Fast snacks, fast food, fast reviews. Snackmasters Inc., a podcast served to you in 30 minutes or less.
Snackmasters Incorporated. Snackmasters. Snackmasters. You'll be snacking with the Snackmasters. 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 Snackmasters!
Yeah!
Hello and welcome to Snackmasters. I'm Dooner, here with the man who puts the zit in Cheez-its, MSG Money. MSG, how are ya?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
Doing good, man. Doing good. It's, it's getting late in the year. The year's starting to close up. We just had Thanksgiving, which is a great time. How about yourself, buddy?
I'm doing good, man. Kind of glad to be putting 2017 behind me. I think it's been a weird year. I think a lot of people would say the same. 2017 hasn't been one of the best overall. So get on to the next one. Do better.
Yeah. A lot of bad news. A lot of bad news on all fronts. I have stopped watching the news, actually, because I have very young children in the house. And, stories about the things that are on the news just are not that appealing. One of the reasons we try and avoid the news. But I don't even listen to the news in the car. I'm a podcast guy in the car. And as I mentioned, we were traveling for Thanksgiving. We had to drive up to Connecticut. And I don't know about you, but my wife, she is a huge snacker when she's driving. When she's behind the wheel, she has to start snacking on something. She's immediately rummaging through her pocketbook, looking for some granola or a Quest bar or crackers or whatever it may be, whatever snack that she brings with her, she's digging right into. I've never been really a snacker when I drive. I'd never been the kind of person who would go through the drive-thru and eat while I was driving either. I would sometimes eat in my car, but I would usually, pull over or stay in the driveway. What about you? Are you a big snacker when you drive? Do you eat behind the wheel? Does that give you a lot of comfort?
Yeah, absolutely. I eat all the time while I'm driving. I mean, usually in the morning it's just coffee on the way to work or whatever. But a lot of times, I work till 7:30 at night. If there's nothing waiting for me at home for dinner that night, I'll stop. There's a Taco Bell and a McDonald's on the way home, and I'll pull in there and I'll grab something, and I'll definitely eat while I'm driving. It's funny because in Washington, half of my commute is in Idaho on the way to work, and half of it is in Washington. And Washington enacted a law this year that says that you're not allowed to eat while you're driving. They can pull you over. They said most likely to be a secondary offense, but if you have anything in your hand other than the steering wheel, you can get a ticket. So it's illegal there to even drink coffee while you're driving.
Oh, wow. That's pretty extreme. I can, in some ways, see the food thing, because if you're eating a greasy hamburger, maybe it gets on your hands, they slip through the wheel. Seems a little nanny state to me. I think we got to solve the people on the cell phone issue before we solve the people with the taco in their hand issue. But I guess so. Do you have, I saw this invention, I believe it was in Sky Mall, and rip Sky Mall. I miss it dearly, but it was a bib that you would put around your neck, and then you would take the other end and you would attach it to your steering wheel so that when you're eating like a slob while you're driving, you don't get, ketchup or Taco Bell taco sauce or, was it the volcano sauce they used to have there?
Yeah.
Oh, they need to bring that back.
So this bib, does it allow for, full turning of the steering wheel too? I don't understand.
Well, yeah, if you were trying to do, if you're trying to start doing Tokyo Drift and trying to pull moves out of the Fast and the Furious, you might be in some trouble because it would ring around your neck. I'm not sure, what if it has, safety breakaway supports or something, if you had to do, a really sharp turn at once. I never actually went out and bought one of these bibs for the steering wheel, but they looked ridiculous enough that if you knew someone who snacked and ate a lot, it might be a good gag gift. But no, I've never actually put one of these on myself.
I need one of those because, the only thing is I only eat pretty much on the way home from work, so I don't care what I look like. I'm going to throw those clothes in the laundry anyways. But, again, eating a Taco Bell, if you get the crunchy taco, it is all over you if you're eating it while you're driving. There's no two ways around it. You're going to be covered. So, there might be a little bit of practicality to a driving bib.
You know how you can tell if someone smokes in their car? You go in there, obviously you can tell there's a smoker that lives within his car, or drives within his car. You can also tell that with people who eat a lot of fast food in their car, especially if they're the type that puts the wrappers in the bag, throws them in the back seat, and just lets them sit there and fester and and permeate the car like a McDonald's brand pine tree. They may as well just hang the hamburger wrapper from their rearview mirror like a pair of dice.
See, to me, that's a selling point. If I buy a vehicle that already smells like, onions and French fries, that just saves me the effort. I love it.
Yeah. Well, can you, like, if it smells a lot like Whopper, you go, this is a Whopper guy. I'm a big Whopper guy too.
Yeah.
This is a touchstone for me. I really relate.
Yep.
Well, not me, man. I think it's just because I don't know. I didn't really grow up eating in the car. I think when I was a kid, I may have spilled something. We got yelled at. So we were never really car eaters, but I know my wife is. And if you see her mother, they're eating in the car all the time. Obviously the kids eat in the car all the time. So my back seat, I'm constantly at odds with that and cleaning it up. But, yeah, not a car eater. But this week, man, called you the man who puts the zit in Cheez-it, and there's a reason for that, because we got a joint review. Count it up! It's the Cheez-it Duoz, and these caught my eye at the store, because they're the Cheez-it Bake Cracker Duoz, bacon and cheddar. And I'll tell you something. I was kind of anti-bacon for a while. Not because I don't like the flavor, but like around 2009 when bacon hit its zenith and they were putting it in everywhere and it was everyone's like low-hanging fruit column on Reddit and Fark and message boards, and the big joke was bacon this, bacon that. To me, it felt like eating a meme. I don't want to eat memes. But I don't know. Bacon, I guess, has been sort of normalized back into society as a flavor. So I had to give these a shot.
Yeah, what happened there? Bacon and mustaches. Well, bacon and mustaches all of a sudden like exploded. Everything was bacon and mustaches. I don't get it, but
yeah, it was like the introduction of like hipster culture was like, we like bacon and mustaches, and we're gonna put bacon in goddamn everything from soap to vodka to mustache. I mean, there was even bacon vodka. Like, what the hell is that?
I don't know.
Bacon ice cream. It goes a little bit too far. It did get a little bit annoying. It was a little bit too in your face. But the kind of annoying thing too was just like I don't know, just like the jokes like online, like, oh, bacon, I love bacon. I'd always get up. I don't know, I just hated it. I had such a bacon chip on my shoulder. A bacon bit on my shoulder. But I got over it. These ones here, you got the bacon and the cheddar, and I believe a regular Cheez-it, right? Those are cheddar, correct?
Yep.
So the difference, though, between the ones that are in here and the ones that you get in a cheddar box is that these are dusted with a cheese flavoring, where with the regular traditional Cheez-it, one of the advantages in my mind of the cheddar over all the other flavors is there's no dust on it. So it's a very clean eat. You can eat those and work on the computer and not worry about getting snack residue, snack seasoning within your keys or on your steering wheel or on your cell phone screen or on wherever it may end up. You're leaving less of a crime scene when you did these, but this has changed. I don't know if that's just bacon dust that's in here or it's just a special Cheez-it dust, because you guys haven't had the Duoz yet. They're mixed together. They're integrated. They're a slightly different color. One is a pale orange and one's a darker orange. The paler is the bacon, right? And the darker is the cheddar?
I think so. And even if you look at the front of the box, you can see there's visibly some cheddar dust on that cracker. It's enlarged to show detail, and you can see that there is something added that's not on the regular cheddar cracker.
You get a traditional Cheez-it serving. These aren't any worse or any better than any other Cheez-it. It's 26 crackers, 150 calories, 8 grams of fat. What do we got here? No sugar, 3 grams of protein. A lot of weird artificial ingredients at the bottom, but it's nothing you wouldn't see in Cheez-Its anyway. So if you're already down with eating Cheez-Its, there's nothing that's going to shock you here that Sunshine Crackers added, at least that I can see. Now, none of that matters, though, if these don't taste good. Have you tried these? Well, first, let's put a baseline. Are you a Cheez-It fan? And if you are, what is your favorite flavor of Cheez-It?
I like Cheez-Its. They're okay. I don't think I'd buy them if I didn't have a kid. I mean, my kids like them. My son brings with his lunch. But no, I don't. It's well established that I'm a chicken and a biscuit guy. If I'm going to go for a cracker, I don't hate Cheez-Its, but I'm not going to, go out and buy a box of Cheez-Its for myself. I guess between those and the cheese nips, I would prefer the Cheez-Its. The standard for me would be just the regular cheddar ones, I suppose.
I like Cheez-Its. They're actually dangerous for me. I try not to buy them because I'll end up eating through the box too much. I'm bad with the serving control on them. I have no self-control. I know my limits, so I tend to try to avoid the Cheez-Its. But I'm always kind of at odds, and I always debate with one of my buddies too, because he likes the regular cheese ones. I like the white cheddar ones. And I know I said that one of the big advantages of the regular ones is they don't have the dust on them. And the white cheddar ones definitely do. But when I get a box of white cheddar, I'm not going anywhere. I'm sitting on the couch with the lights dimmed down, and I'm just drilling through that box, trying to get a dopamine rush from these white cheddar Cheez-Its. So those are my standard. But like I said, I do like the regular cheddar. So, but for a baseline, so if I were to rate them, like regular Cheez-it, white cheddar, I would give, a 9.5. Regular cheddar Cheez-it, I would give a 9. So they're crackers that I hold in very high regard.
Okay.
Have you dug into these yet? And what are your thoughts?
I have. They're actually pretty good. I like they're bold. They pack a lot of flavor into them. I haven't eaten a ton. I haven't eaten a full serving of them, so I'm not sure if I'd get tired of it by then, or pretty salty. The thing that I've noticed, it's hard for me to distinguish the two different flavors just because the bacon flavor, they get mixed together in the box and some of the seasoning comes off. And, the first time I ate one of the cheddar ones, I thought, oh, is that the bacon one? Because I can definitely taste the bacon on it. But then I tasted the bacon one and, that's a lot stronger. That's the bacon one. The problem that I have is that with these artificial bacon flavors, they don't really taste like bacon to me. They taste like smoke flavoring, something like that. But I've never had a piece of bacon that tasted like this. I think it's the same thing with the artificial banana flavor, the strawberry flavors, things like that we've just gotten accustomed to. That's strawberry candy flavor or that's banana candy flavor, but they really don't taste like the fruit. I think we've just kind of decided that, this is bacon flavor, but it just doesn't taste like bacon.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Let me bite into one of these and let's see what the crunchability score on here is. Typical crunchability for Cheez-it. You make a good point. I'm looking at the cheddar ones. I'm looking at the bacon one. I'm eating each because they're commingled. The dust gets over both of them. I get the impression that if there were no dust on either, they would taste exactly the same. I don't think you're getting the bacon or the cheddar flavor from the actual cracker. I think there's a baseline flavor in that cracker, which is a mild cheddar. And then the enhancement flavor is coming from this dust. Mm-hmm. I do taste a little bit of a distinction. I definitely taste more of this. Again, as you mentioned too, it's like strawberry gum. It doesn't taste like strawberries, so you have to view it as the artificial strawberry flavoring versus other artificial strawberry flavoring. So on here, you're right, the bacon doesn't taste like bacon, it tastes like bacon flavoring. Is that a good or a bad thing? To me, I probably wouldn't buy these again. I'll finish the box, but I think that they're a little bit too salty for me. There's no value over here to me over the regular ones or the white cheddar. I'm not upset I tried them. I think that if you really do like artificial bacon flavored, this is a cracker that you could enjoy. I don't know about the Duoz. I'm not sure why there isn't just bacon. Why did they commingle these with cheddar? They didn't think bacon could stand up on its own. Why are they a comedy team? Why are they together?
That's an interesting question because they have other Duoz. I have some Parmesan and sharp cheddar flavored ones here in my possession, but yeah, I don't know why they decided they needed to mix them. That's an interesting point that I hadn't even thought of.
Yeah, and also, like I said, I believe, and I could be wrong, and if I am, correct me. Like I said, I think the original ones are cheddar, so you're taking bacon and kind of an original thing, but I mean, maybe it's an image thing. On the back, they have a big, triangle of cheese with bacon wrapped around it, so I guess it's an appealing image. Bacon and cheddar sounds like something that would be on a burger. I don't know, I might want it to try something even more wacky, like bacon cheeseburger, and then you have a cheeseburger Cheez-it and a bacon Cheez-it. A couple years ago, they put out Doritos that were midnight snack, late night burger Doritos. And they were surprisingly delicious. You could taste the little hints of mustard and pickle and those kind of things. It wasn't gross at all. They were well seasoned. I wish they would bring them back or, share the seasoning with these Duoz. Yeah, my score, like I said, a little too salty. They don't have any replacement value over the other ones. So yeah, I'm going to just put these at a 5 because I'm going to eat them. I'm going to finish the box, but I would never buy these again. What are you putting them at?
Dooner, I'm going with an 8 on these. I think they're pretty dang good. I like the boldness of them. I like, kind of getting punched in the face with flavor. So these, again, given that they don't really taste like bacon, they taste more like the flavoring that we all get used to, but they're pretty freaking good. I'm going to finish the box, and if my kid likes them, I'd definitely buy them again. I'm pleasantly surprised.
Well, man, I also got the healthy alternative. This is the Annie's Homegrown Organic White Cheddar Squares Baked Snack Crackers. Certified organic. They're distributed everywhere. So these are mass market grocery store organic stuffed up. You see their macaroni and cheese, their cheddar bunny snacks. You did the graham crackers. Well, these are their version of Cheez-its. The nutrition facts on here, the same exact. I mean, they're identical to the Cheez-its. They're 26 crackers, 150 calories, 8 grams of fat, 3 grams of protein. But what you'll notice immediately is if you get to the ingredients list, I mean, there's still a lot, but there's a lot less than what are in the Cheez-its. These, in shape and design, they're the same. I mean, they're the same thing as a Cheez-it. They're the exact same size. They're the exact same cut. They even have the hole in the middle. These have dust on them like the white cheddar Cheez-its do that I rated very highly. Let me take a bite out of crime and see the crunchability is. Hey, these are good. I don't know if they're exactly as good as the white cheddar Cheez-its, because I don't have them right next to me, but they're definitely better than these bacon Duoz. And they aren't too far off from the white cheddar as I remember. They're not overly salty. They got some crunch to them, maybe slightly less crunch than the Cheez-it had. Yeah, the white cheddar is good. I'm letting it sit in. It has it almost tastes like white cheddar macaroni and cheese powder that they use on this. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's a similar, derivative or slight deviation from that, because my gosh, it's so similar. You could market these as like white cheddar macaroni and cheese squares. And I'd say, wow, you nail the flavor. You bang that right out of the park. Are you familiar with these Annie's Homegrown? I know you had the other ones, but have you had their cheddar squares before?
I haven't. Again, based on feedback, really hesitant to say anything about Annie's critically, just because apparently there's strong emotional attachment to the brand. I don't want to offend anybody, so. Yeah,
that's true. That's true. That did happen. We did get some negative feedback for what you did say about Annie's. They seem to have a strong grassroots following, especially with some of our younger listeners, and they did not care for what you had to say.
Full apologies.
And I think that, they have that cute bunny, right? They have the cute bunny as their logo. So I think they take that as a direct insult to Rabbit of Approval.
So I'm going to tiptoe around this one. I can't wait to try the Annie's. I love Annie's in principle. I don't have an issue with them. So let's let that be real clear that I'm a nice guy.
If you look at the marketing of these boxes, though, the Annie's white cheddar squares versus the Cheez-its, you can tell that they're really trying to capture this kid market. And they do so with this sort of bright purple color. They get the bunny on here, Rabbit of Approval. Now I'm looking in the back. This bunny actually has a name. His name is Bernie. He was Annie's pet Dutch bunny when she started the company. That's past tense. That could be bad. Do you think he's on the other side of the rainbow now? I'm not sure. But somehow, even if it's from the grave, he's giving his rabbit seal of approval to these things. On the back here, too, you have you got a word search. Look for school, friends, cheese, flavor, picnic, lunch, snack, share, fun, yum. Are you more of a crossword guy or a word search guy?
Word search, for sure. If it's on the menu at the kids' menu or something like that, me and my son bang it out. We look for words that weren't intended to be there, funny words, things like that. I go for the word search.
Yeah, I'm kind of dumb like that, too. Yeah, I don't want to be challenged that hard, especially on the box of crackers when I'm snacking. I don't like Sudoku either. I don't know. It reminds me of Matrix Equations. I can't stand it. Keep it out of my face. Now I'm probably going to offend a Sudoku fan. But okay, let's wrap it up on these Annies. I like them. I like the box. If these were dollar for dollar, if they were the same price as the Cheez-its, yeah, I might opt for the peace of mind. These are a solid alternative to the white cheddar Cheez-it. Is the box different? Let's see. Yeah, that's kind of where they get you. I think they're about $3.99. With the Cheez-it, you got 12.4 ounces. With Annie's, you're only getting 7.5 ounces. And it's kind of like trick photography, because the Annie's box almost looks to be the exact same size as the Cheez-it, but you're getting 33% less, or I don't even more. Don't make me do math, but I mean, that's only 50. Is that 40%? I have no idea. 12.4 versus 7.5. You're almost getting twice as much with the Cheez-its is what I'm trying to say here. But if you want the certified organic, you like these things, yeah, these are pretty good. I would recommend these. I would give these I would give them an 8 or an 8.5, right around there. MSG, what have you been snacking on?
This one's been sitting around for a while. I buy some snacks in anticipation for the show, and this one is called a Lookout brand pecan pie. It says it's just like homemade. Let's look at the macros here. 380 calories, 18 grams of fat, 7 of those are saturated, 50 grams of carbs, 16 of sugar, and 4 of protein. Now, I'm not a pecan pie guy. I've never made a pecan pie. I think it's kind of like I've envisioned it as kind of like an old person, not to offend anybody, but I don't know a lot of people that go after pecan pie until they're, well into their 70s or 80s. So I thought I'd, open up a little bit, branch out, try this. It intrigued me. Here's the thing. When you open it up, it looks like a miniature pecan pie. It's in one of those little kind of thick foil tins, like a disposable pie tin. It's covered, the top part is covered in pecans. It looks like chopped up little pecans and stuff. So it actually either looks like a small pecan pie or a pecan pie that's really far away, if you know what I mean. It's miniature, probably 3 inches across. And I took a bite of this, and it's disgusting. Top layer, yeah, there's some pecan pie. It's darker and stuff like that. But once you get past this kind of thin, maybe 1/4 inch crust on the top, it's just caramel underneath or some kind of goo. it's got a regular style pie crust to it, but I took one bite. I can't finish it. It's from the same makers as Moon Pie, and there's a reason probably why I've passed this up before. Again, it's not going to convert me into a pecan pie eater. It's grossly unhealthy as far as the macros go. It's a ton of sugar. It tastes like a ton of sugar. Man, this is not something I'm going to buy again. I'd give it a 1 just because, a 0 I don't feel like is very, very nice, but I'm going to probably feed the rest to my dog. She's sitting there looking at me really interested in it, and she can have it. It's a hard pass for me.
Where do you find an item like this? Is this, do you have to refrigerate it? Is it found just like on a store shelf?
No, it was just on the shelf. It's in a plastic package here, and I'm sure there's enough preservatives here for it to last. Actually, it says it goes bad on January 18th of next year, so I'm not sure how long it sat on the shelf, how long it's good for from start to finish, but no, it wasn't refrigerated. It's got eggs in it, but apparently pasteurized to the point where it won't go bad, but god dang, man, I'm really disappointed in this thing. Gross.
Yeah, you have to be nervous or wary of any type of pie that doesn't require refrigeration or a cold source that just sits there on the shelves. They're never really good, like those fruit pies that have the cream inside of them, or... Yeah, it always just seems like the lowest of the low are those pies.
Well, I can tell you, Lucy here, my sidekick, my cohort who enjoys the show as much as anybody else, she's all about it. Good for her.
Well, to sum it up, Marty said, try these Cheez-it Duoz, bacon and cheddar. I said I wouldn't get them again. There's better Cheez-its out there, in my opinion, namely the regular traditional ones or the white cheddar. I tried the Annie's homegrown white cheddar squares. Thought those were a great alternative to Cheez-its, especially if you only buy organic in your home or you're into that kind of thing, or your kids are just into Bernie the Bunny. You just had that pecan pie. You gave it a 1.
And I pecan't do it.
Yeah, you pecan't eat that one. What was the name of it again so people know to avoid it?
Well, it's Lookout brand. Very fitting. Lookout pecan pie, just like homemade. Avoid it like the plague.
Well, there you have it. We are the Snackmasters. This has been Snackmasters, Inc. You can find us at snackmastersinc.com for all of our old episodes. We're also on iTunes. If you'd like to give back to the show, please subscribe, rate, review. Be a big help. We'd appreciate it. Google Play, Stitcher, everywhere around the world that podcasts are heard. Also, be sure to check out our Instagram. Instagram.com/SnackmastersInc. We have all of our food photos, mini reviews, extra videos. That's a natural extension to the show. Highly implore you to get over there. Hey, Marty, what are you going to do with the rest of your day?
I'm going to get my hair cut.
Well, hey, what kind of style are you going to get over there? What are you going to get, a faux hawk? Boys regular? Do you just point to a picture on the wall?
I don't know. I just tell them to have at it. Do your thing. I'm putty in your hands.
All right, well, shave and a haircut, 2 bits. Let's cheese it, stage left. Snackmaster Jr., take us away!
You got the fluff.
You got the peanut butter.
the evil one Megatron said.
So you got the fluff.
You got the fluff. And then the evil one Megatron said.
Does that make what? The fluff?
Yeah.
And the peanut butter?
Yeah.
Snackmasters Incorporated. Snackmasters. Snackmasters. You'll be snacking with the Snackmasters.